Hello, my name is Leanne Williams, and today I'll be presenting my online portfolio and my print portfolio. This is the homepage. It basically entails the services I provide, a short little bio, ways you can contact me, things like that. Let's get to the good stuff. This is a logo I made for a brand called Cloud Control. It is an online cloud-based, you can save your data and things like that, similar to like Google Drive. We did a lot of different ideas for this one, but that's my favorite. This is a van wrap that I got to do for the local Goodwill. They take impoverished people and they help get them jobs and get them back into housing and things like that. And this is the van they use to transport them to job interviews. So I was really, really fortunate to be able to make this for them. This is one of my favorite projects. This is a little something I did in Photoshop. The assignment was to take two totally unrelated animals and kind of smash them together using the image editing skills we picked up. So this is an owl bear I made. This is an advertisement for that same brand, Cloud Control. It was marketed towards boomers and the older generation, so it was something I thought would appeal to those kind of people. This is a little self-portrait I made using vector shapes in Adobe Illustrator. This is a billboard that I made for a local farmer's market. This was one of my first Photoshop projects. So it was a really cool learning experience, and I think it turned out pretty nice. This is a folder that I made for a fictional brand. We made all these different marketing materials like business cards, letterheads, folders, all for this same brand with the same kind of theme. They wanted organic shapes and really like edgy designs, so I went with their orange and blue theme and kind of took it from there. This is a cover for a cookbook. This was for a digital publishing class where we worked with InDesign, and our final project was to make a full-length cookbook. So this was the cover for that. It was gaming themed. This is just a little mood board that I kind of put together. It was for a friend's Dungeons and Dragons character, but she wanted nature, purple, and dreams was kind of her theme. So I chose pictures and put them together in a way that I thought made them stand out. This is more of the marketing materials for that same fictional brand. This is the letterhead, so every time they print out a document, this would go at the top. And then this is a business card for that same brand. That's just the front side. Let's see. This is an infographic I made for my vector graphics class. We had to do DUI statistics. So as far as I know, these are still accurate, but I handmade all of these with vector images and shapes and things like that. I've tweaked it a few times since I made it a couple years ago, but I really like the gray and maroon color scheme. I think it looked nice. I think it turned out pretty good. And then if we go back up here to the photography section, this is a statue in downtown Abilene, which is actually known for their children's literature. Like they have a museum. Every summer they have a children's literature festival in the little downtown area. So there's all these really cool statues of children's book characters, and this one is the Tooth Fairy. It's actually by my favorite little coffee shop is how I found this one, but I really liked the way she was posed and her face and the texture on her wings I thought was really cool. And it was a really, really nice day outside. The lighting was perfect, so I had to stop and get a picture of her. This is a little fountain statue thing that I found. We were wandering around downtown Los Angeles and we found this really cool bookstore. It was called The Last Bookstore. It's really dramatic. But they had this corner set up where they were selling vinyl records. And they had all these plants and this statue that I really loved the wave in her hair and like the texture of the water. I thought it was so beautiful. And so I enhanced this one in Photoshop to bring out more of the reds on the bromeliad right here and the little vase. And then this one is a mural, and also in downtown Abilene because that's where I get a lot of my inspiration. There's a few country singers that are from here, and a lot of their song lyrics like make up these murals. I think that is so cool. But this one, I really liked the colors and how it looked kind of drippy up on the brick. So the texture, I think, is why I wanted to take a picture. This one is a plant that I found up against a wall in Abilene, Texas. I loved the little tiny bits and how it looked like fingers. So I found a really cool angle and I shot it. Thought it was really pretty. This is a little camel at the zoo in Abilene, Texas. I liked the way the light was behind his lips right here. I thought it looked really nice and kind of brought out his face a lot. It was very cute. This is a plant in our front yard. I believe it's called a, oh gosh, I totally forgot the name. I'll have to come back and update that. But the assignment was for macro photography, so really zoomed in and detailed. And I liked how the background turned out a lot, as well as like the tiny details on the little plants. This is a little wind chime thing that I have in my house. It hangs in the backyard. So I thought having like the silhouette of the moon. All of these are the phases of the moon. It's one of my favorite things. I love it. But I thought the silhouette of the moon up against the bright blue sky was pretty interesting. This is that same bookstore I was talking about earlier in LA. This is actually the full corner of what the last one was. It was a pretty cloudy day, so the light was really strong and nice. This is a little frog. I think he's a bird feeder. This flower is kind of like hollowed out and you can put stuff in it, but I thought it looked cool with the corner. It kind of gives it some shape right here. And I really like his colors. I think he's so pretty. This is another photo from the Abilene Zoo. This is a giraffe with his face smushed up against the pole. I thought that was the funniest thing. This one, I can't remember where I was in Abilene, but this pigeon was taking a little nap, and it was the cutest thing I have ever seen. He had his head like tucked back here, so I thought the light looked really nice, and like the texture on his feathers was cool. And again with the corner, I like corners. They really give it shape. This is also from the Abilene Zoo. This is one of their macaw parrots, and he was also asleep. Maybe I should do a series on like sleeping birds. But I really, really liked the little black lines on his face and his feathers. I have a thing for birds, I guess. This is a sandhill crane, also from the Abilene Zoo. I liked the colors on his face a lot. He was such a good model for me. And then if we keep going, that's the tab for my resume and some more of my contact info, like my social media links. And we can view our print portfolio. So what I really wanted to do here was really link it to the website. I used the same colors and the same font. So I've got this blue and pink kind of going on, just like the home page on the website. So I chose this really decorative font that's still legible. It's nice and bold for the cover. And then here we have, I went page by page. I kind of grouped things together based on how I thought they went. Here is the cloud control stuff. Here is, I tried to keep all my Illustrator stuff together. Here's my Photoshop. This was actually done in Illustrator, but it was still, you know, billboard, car app, kind of similar. Here's my photography. I really liked these together for some reason. I think it was the lighting. It was very similar. Well, that would be it. Thank you so much for watching. Any critiques would be super helpful. Thank you.